Legendary Bladers unite once more. That is right, the wait is finally over with months of stressful anticipation for the most excited and most hyped up release for Beyblade X. It is finally over. We finally have it, and I for one am way too excited to finally be able to check out the all new X Over Project's latest release through the 25th anniversary set. This is just all too amazing. Anniversary sets have always been some of the most sought after sets released in Beyblade, and for good reason. Many contain parts and bays never reprinted outside those sets, making them exceptionally rare and valuable. But what makes them so popular amongst older generational bladers is the return of bays long since forgotten, revived and brought back to fight another fight, but in the latest generation. Remakes from the past generations have never really been all that competitive. Anniversary sets have always been collector's items made for display. However, seeing them remade, seeing them adapted into the latest generation, making them usable once more, is what makes these sets so incredible. But what we have here finally in the studio is the 25th anniversary set, the 5th set made by Takara Tomy, and what's inside is the most hyped up release for all past and current generations of Beyblade. This is the Protagonist anniversary set. Now, if you're looking to get this set or any of the Beyblade X products needed to kickstart your career as a pro blader, head on over to malloftoys.com, sponsor of this channel. They have everything you need to get going with Beyblade X all the way up to the newest and latest system, the CX system. Just make sure you use code LEFTSPINBASE2 to get 5% knocked off that total price of yours. That is malloftoys.com. Now let's check out this box. The design and packaging of the anniversary sets are always absolutely amazing no matter the generation. This box alone is just absolute perfection though. The cover is so simple and sleek that nothing else really needs to be added to it. But what I enjoy most about the simplistic cover is the simple quote right here: Legendary Bladers reunite, Beyblade X edition. I don't know about you, but that just gives me goosebumps. But flipping it over, we can see all that the set comes with, along with a little bit extra, including the main artwork for each and every generation up at the top. But down here we have our bays that have been revived to fight on in Beyblade X system, and that is Dragoon Storm, officially completing the Blade Breakers, Storm Pegasus, our second X Over bay from the Metal Fight, and Victory Valkyrie, likely the most popular bay in this entire set from the Burst series. But this set would not be completed without including the undefeated Mask Blader himself, Pegasus with drawn sword. But flipping the cover open, we can finally check out our bays. But first, on the left of the interior, we have an amazing piece of artwork from each of the artists of the original generation, signed and autographed, with our favorite protagonists in all their glory. But over here, we have our bays: Dragoon Storm, Storm Pegasus, Victory Valkyrie, and even drawn sword. But I don't know about you guys, I am way too excited to just continue to stare at these bays. So let's get this pristine box opened up and let's get these legendary badasses out. And here we go. The legendary bladers are back, and they look just as amazing as ever. But going over to bays, we first have Dragoon Storm equipped with the 460 and Rubber XL. Now overall, the weight of this bay is fairly light, the blade alone weighing in just a little over 25 grams and a combined weight of 34 grams, making it the lightest of not just all the blade breakers, but the lightest bay in Beyblade X. But for those who know me, weight doesn't mean much anymore when it comes to Beyblade X, and I'm excited to try it out with some of the other combos to see just how good we can make Dragoon Storm. Next up, we have Storm Pegasus, one of the most iconic bays in Beyblade X franchise. This is our second X-Over bay made into the Beyblade X system for the Metal Fight. They did such a spot-on job with this remake, but the unfortunate part of Storm Pegasus is much like Lightning L-Drago, Storm Pegasus has a major imbalance in the blade. But beyond that, despite the Storm Blade having no great track record for competitive use back during the Metal Fight series, Storm Pegasus has always been one of the most iconic bays of all time. The Storm Pegasus blade comes in at a mildly decent weight of 31 grams, meanwhile the full stock combo comes between 39 and 40 grams. So for Beyblade X, this really isn't too bad for an X-Over bay. And next we have what people have been waiting for, and that is Victory Valkyrie. The amount of detail that has been placed in the bays during the Burst era were by far the greatest out of all of Beyblade, that much is undeniable. But the fact that they were able to retain all of the details of the original Victory Valkyrie bay is amazing. What makes this design for Beyblade X even more amazing is the boost disc from the original being forged into and molded into the blade together with the original layer, and this aids quite a bit in being able to deliver some insane upper attacks. The original Victory Valkyrie bay from Beyblade Burst came to around a total of 35 to 36 grams in total weight. Our Victory Valkyrie for Beyblade X with the blade, which consists of just the boost disc and the layer, comes in at 33 grams. Now removing the ratchet and putting the bit in with it to make it as close to the original Valkyrie as possible, the weight is identical, sitting at 35 to 36 grams. But fully assembled, Victory Valkyrie comes in at 42 to 43 grams, almost identical to Dran's sword. This is particularly why Victory Valkyrie is the one bay people want most out of this entire set, since it's the most viable for any type of competitive use. But overall, all three of the X-Over bays look absolutely amazing. The details Takara Tomy placed into these bays is just awesome, and goes to show how much they truly care for the blading community. Granted, I do wish that they had bent the rules of remakes just a little and added just a few extra grams to at least the BAKUTEN Shoot bays. And now we have the second most popular item in this entire set, which is the left winder. Fans have been absolutely dying to get their hands on the left winder, myself included, and I've been begging Takara Tomy since Cobalt Dragoon to make one, but they finally have, and I for one am so excited to test it out. The left winder could potentially be a game changer for Cobalt Dragoon fans in being able to utilize combos that require a harder launch than what a string launcher can really produce. But I say let's get that stadium out, let's throw these bays in the arena with some classic matchups from the early 2000s, some epic clashes from the 2010s, and some other insane and epic battles. And there we go, the stadium is out, and as always we'll be using the standard Extreme Stadium by Takara Tomy. This is by far the best stadium to use when testing out a new bay or a new combo. Alright, so we first have our left string launcher, throw that on Dragoon. We're going to do a little power level difference with the left string and the left winder first, so let's check this out. Alright, so there is the left string launcher. It's got the speed, it's got the power, but I don't know. Let's test out that winder and see how much more power we could get out of this. Oh yeah, much more power. That's what's up. Woo! Oh, I'm excited for this. I am excited for the left winder. This thing is going to be a game changer, especially for Cobalt Dragoon combos that require that extra oomph of power. This is going to be amazing. Alright, so first up in our test battles, we're going to use Dragoon Storm. We're going to put it up against a highly popular request, Dranzer Spiral, complete throwback battle all the way back to the early 2000s with the BAKUTEN Shoot era. So let's see this battle completely be revived. Alright, here we go. Oh, so good to see Dragoon back. Dragoon, my boy. The lightest of the X Overbase so far, but we'll see how good it is. Ultimately, it's going to be that rubber cell, you guys. Rubber cell is going to hold the guys' stamina back, but let's give those guys another go. Alright, here we go. Dragoon, let's go! Yeah, Dragoon's just getting destroyed by Dranzer of all bays. Oh, we'll have to do some combo testing, swap out that rubber cell and give it something more viable, that's for sure. But let's just get those guys a couple more rounds. Alright, here we go, Dragoon, let's do this! Oh, it's so good to see these guys back in the arena. It has been forever. The rubber cell is definitely going to be what's holding these bays back, most definitely. We're going to have to switch out and come up with some good combos that will make Dragoon much better. So comment below what kind of bits and what ratchets should we use with Dragoon Storm to try to make it at least somewhat more viable in even just casual play. Oh, just so good to see these guys back in the arena, but just more extreme than before. This is just awesome. I'm loving this so much. Ooh, that's a good jump by Dranzer, though. There we go, Dragoon! Yes! I feel like I'm a kid all over again with this battle right here. See, now, Dranzer Spiral was my little brother's very first bay as well. So my little brother's first bay and my first bay, or second bay, sorry about that. Draciel S was my first bay. Dranzer Spiral was my brother's first bay. So this is, I'm just completely thrown back to the early 2000s right now. This is just absolutely incredible. Alright, we got Driger Slash out now. We have all seen this battle. We all remember this battle very well. But Driger Slash does have point bit and very good solid bit. This rubber cell is not doing Dragoon anything good whatsoever. He's going to get completely destroyed every battle. But no matter what, for me personally, this is just so awesome to be able to see Dragoon back in action. Alright, let's get Dragoon a win. Yes! Woo! Alright, sorry, that was a little loud. I apologize. He got a win, though. He got a win against Driger Slash. Jeez, he's just jumping. Alright, Dragoon, let's get some more points, shall we? Just like old times. Just like old times. Now, even though Draciel S was my very first bay I have ever gotten, Dragoon Storm was my second bay I have ever received when I was just a kid. So I'm just telling you, like, I am just so full of complete joy right now. I don't care how terrible the combo is. I don't care how terribly light it is. The fact that I have Dragoon Storm once more after 20 years, this is just awesome. I don't have to worry about him shattering to pieces with a single launch or anything like that anymore because of the plastic. This is metal contact points, and this is just fantastic. Alright, there we go. See, rubber cell definitely is fun to use. It's just the stamina is so bad. It's worse than Quake. But it does produce some really powerful attacks. But still, no matter what, I don't think it's going to win. Alright, there we go. That's a good stall launch. There we go. Come on. Dragoon. We'll take that. We will take that extreme finish. Hands down. I don't care. We're taking that. Alright, this is one I've been waiting for. Draciel versus Dragoon. But this is an upgraded, this might not be fair, this is an upgraded version of Draciel. I did add the Hexa bit to it, which is surprisingly a tank. So I don't think Dragoon Storm's going to stand remotely a chance against it, but there it goes. Draciel did take that one still. Alright, let's try to get a win off. Whoa! Okay. So still, Dragoon Storm, despite how light he is, he can still hit like a truck. He's got no stamina, though. He ain't got no gas. Yeah, he's out. But still, that was an awesome, solid hit, though. There we go. See if we get any more insane hits. Oh yeah, there it is. See, I am currently wondering what kind of bits we could throw onto our Dragoon Storm to make it potentially win. That's what I'm ultimately curious about. All right, can we get it? Oh yes, oh yes, there we go. Dragoon. I don't think we're gonna get a win off Draciel. Draciel is by far the best. Well, maybe not no more, but the best X over project base so far. I think Valkyrie. Once we get to Valkyrie, Valkyrie might take that title from Draciel's S. So, but there goes Draciel S did take that one yet again. All right, and by popular vote once more, so we have our Storm Pegasus now. Now we're gonna put it up against Lightning L-Drago. We're gonna have the stock version for the Barrage, and then the upgrade with the 360 Cyclone for the upper mode. So let's just see how crazy these battles are gonna get. All right, here we go. Oh, yes, it's been so long since I've seen this matchup right here: Storm Pegasus and Lightning L-Drago. Now Storm Pegasus is gonna have the same issue with as Dragoon Storm did. The stamina's just gonna be garbage. But Lightning L-Drago is severely off balance, and even with the 160 ratchet added on, aiming off to the direction with the least amount of metal, it is still incredibly unbalanced. But that was still an awesome battle. That was a complete throwback. I remember when these bays were released, and I remember just how epic the battle was between these two right here. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, almost. Oh, he's done though. Lightning L-Drago is done. That was a good solid hit. A quick battle right there. Hell yeah. All right, here we go. Storm Pegasus. Okay, never mind. Lightning L-Drago has that one. Ooh, about self-KO. That's a hard part with Rubber Cell. This is such a hard... Look at Pegasus go. Is he going to take him out? Now Rubber Cell's going down. There it is. Rubber Cell's going down. Man, just look at Pegasus. Despite how crappy Rubber Cell is, it's still fun. So fun to use. It's just so difficult to control and to be able to aim your bait to the appropriate area. That rubber, the moment it hits that stadium floor, it is anyone's guess as to what it's going to do. But battles like that is just absolutely insane for it. That was a very close battle. That was an awesome battle. Just how hard Pegasus was hitting L-Drago was just insane. All right, here we go. Oh, that was a good hit. See that right there? Yeah, he's going down. Pegasus going down. The Rubber Cell is done. All right, here we go. Get this. There we go. An extreme finish. Woo! Storm Pegasus. All right, now we got the upper mode of Lightning L-Drago. This is what the... Okay, there it goes. L-Drago. This is the upgraded, improved version of Lightning L-Drago. One of my favorite combos for it. It's just a simple combo with the 360 and the Cyclone. But that was an awesome battle between these two. That was legendary. All right, here we go. Oh, that's almost a double extreme right there. All right, see, it's in the end game, so Rubber Cell is done for, that's for sure. Rubber Cell's going down right about here. There it goes. There it goes. All right, there we go. Let's see if we get another win for Pegasus. Maybe. Nope. L-Drago's back up and balanced. And he's going down. Pegasus is going down again right here. There it goes. Lightning L-Drago. Right, here we go. Oh! Oh! They both got out. They both got out. This is straight up. This is an anime battle right here. Oh my god. This is straight up the anime battle right here. -1 fact. There's no plot armor whatsoever. Otherwise, Storm Pegasus would have won. But that battle was straight up anime style battle. That was incredible. That was awesome. I am so glad I got that on camera. Oh, good hit, good hit. Did another anime battle. Oh, Lightning L-Drago. Lightning L-Drago, the upper mode, got that one. Alright, since we do not have any Burst remakes yet, Excalibur's not yet here, it's not yet released. What we're going to do with Victory Valkyrie, whose weight is almost identical to Dran's sword, we are going to throw up Victory Valkyrie up against Dran's sword, and then we're going to throw him up against some of the other Beyblade X Beys just to see how good Victory Valkyrie really is. Woo! That was a good solid hit. Oh my god! Victory Valkyrie just took out Dran's sword stock with rubber SL. Okay, let's go. Oh, my boy is back. Valkyrie is back. All right, Dran Sword's gonna have this. He's entering into a stamina battle. Oh, okay. I thought he about had that. That was close. That was really close. I thought Victory Valkyrie was about to have that with the one hit right here that sent Dran Sword over here. Dran Sword's completely destabilized right there. That was a really close battle. Oh, that was a good hit. Yeah, honestly, I'm quite surprised that with that gap between the ratchet, the 260 ratchet on Victory Valkyrie, I'm honestly surprised Valkyrie has not burst yet. That's a very impressive gap. So it's kind of surprising, but there it goes. Rubber Cell is down again. Dran Sword takes that battle. There we go. Oh, good solid hit by Valkyrie. Okay, this is a battle. This is a battle I want to see in the anime. I want to see Vault return, even if he's an old geezer, but return with Victory Valkyrie just to see this. There it goes. Dran Sword still took that, but that was still a close battle. He is still pushing Dran Sword to the limits, all the way down to he's just barely spinning. All right, we got Shark Edge out now on Victory Valkyrie. Oh, woo! Oh, good solid hits. Shark Edge or Victory Valkyrie. They're both terrible. Ooh, I think Victory Valkyrie had that one. That was awesome. All right, here we go. Oh, yes. Woo! Victory Valkyrie. He's back. Vault is back. Ready to dominate Beyblade X. Oh! That could have been a burst for Shark Edge. That was all ratchet. Now, how the 260 ratchet did not burst right there, I do not know. There goes Shark's going to take that one easy. That was a solid hit by Shark. All right, here we go. Oh, almost an over finish for Victory Valkyrie. Nope, Shark's just going to send him right into that pocket. All right, and there you guys go. There was just absolutely a lot of things to cover in this single set. But overall, I'm actually 110% satisfied with this release. Despite the base performance being far below subpar, that is something easily pushed out of my mind since these bays were also battling in stock combo form. So I am eager to get some parts out and work on some new combos for these bays. Now, Dragoon Storm is amazing. Despite the lightweight build, whose entire weight is still less than Impact Drake's blade alone, it's still insanely fun to use. The left winder has immense power, and I couldn't have been more pleased with how the winder functioned. But out of everything that has come with this set, Victory Valkyrie truly is the best thing in this entire release. Now, even with the rubber XL bit, it was still able to go toe-to-toe with two of the best stock combos in the entire game. But in the end, it was just amazing to be able to launch these bays once again after so many years. But comment down below, what combos are you guys running with these bays, and which of these protagonists and which of these main bays is your favorite? Now, that is everything for this insanely packed video. I do appreciate you guys sticking around and watching and supporting my channel. Stay tuned, we do got more Beyblade X content coming to Left Spin Bays, and I mean a lot more. CX is finally out and on its way, so keep your eyes peeled as we dive into the latest system of Beyblade, being that of Beyblade X CX. Furthermore, we have an extremely rare and extremely powerful bay being fully revealed soon as a channel exclusive that you are not going to want to miss. So keep your notifications on so you're not missing out on any of the action. But in the meantime, have yourselves a great night, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.